it's Modesty. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the final makeup tutorial for the NYX Avant Pop Color Palettes. And this is the one in Surreal My Heart. I will link the other two tutorials and the review down below so you can check those out if you're like, what? This is a series? So those will be linked down below if you are curious. But anyways, so I did create this look today. I'm not sure how I feel about the lip. I really like combining oranges with blues for makeup and everything, but I think this is a little bit too red. It's too much of a red orange, but it was the closest I could get. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm all right with it, but I'm still kind of feeling it out. But you can switch up the lip color to whatever you want, of course. You can always tailor any look to yourself. This just kind of show you what I came up with for this palette. So, other than that, if you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up and comment down below. Also hit subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. I'm always putting out new videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and they go live at 4 p.m. So, yeah, if you'd like to see how to do this makeup look, then just keep watching. That was so weird. Okay, anyways, I'll see you guys in a second. Bye! Alright everybody, so I have primed my eyes. I already used my Fit Me concealer to do that. And I'm going in with this peachy shade. I'm putting it all over my crease using a big fluffy blending brush. If I didn't mention before, this whole look is drugstore or dollar store because, I don't know, I was feeling the drugstore products. I've really been feeling, you know, the really affordable products that anyone else can purchase. So, once again, I'm just buffing this all into my crease and I'm taking it down on my lid just a little bit. Not being precise at all. This is just a transition shade as I have mentioned before. Next, I'm taking this cool toned yellow shade and I'm putting it over top of that peachy shade. And I'm not going too far above my crease because you do want that gradient effect, but I am blowing this out quite a bit just to get a nice blending transition. I really love this yellow for a transition tone also. You don't have to use the peachy shade, but I really like using the combination of both of them. Alright, and next I'm going in with this, I'm just going to call it like a mermaid bluish green. I really don't know exactly what to call it. And I'm going to be using a large shader brush. I'm placing this all over my lid. And I'm going right up to my crease. I am pulling my eye a little bit taut just to make sure that there are no gaps in the eyeshadow because as I've mentioned before, with my eye type, I do have a ton of skin folds. As you can see, it's folding right there. It's so frustrating. So sometimes I just have to pull my skin taut just to keep that, you know, in check. Anyway, so I'm just sweeping this all the way to my crease and then I'm going up with Sigma E25 and I'm going back in with that yellow shade and I am just blending this out. You can do as many layers as you like with that blue shade just to get whatever pigmentation you choose. And then I'm just taking this shimmery white shade in the palette. I didn't show it, I apologize, just to highlight my brow bone. Now I'm taking this blue, this shimmery blue, and I'm putting on the outer half of my lid. And this will give the lid just a nice gradient effect, going from tealish light to the royal shimmery blue. And I thought I gave the lid just a little bit more dimension and just made it look more interesting. Next, I'm doing my wing. I'm using Maybelline Gel Eyeliner, the Maybelline Studio. I love this gel liner. It's very black and the price is right. My eyeliner was not behaving today, so it was a little bit of a process. I did get all the clips in that I was in frame. I'm still working on the being in frame with doing my eyeliner because I think it's so close to the mirror. But I think you kind of just get the gist of what I do. I do my outline and then I fill in the lines like I'm coloring. To make my wings match the best I can, I am going with some makeup remover and just an angled brush and I'm sharpening up that line. Alright, now moving on to the face, I'm going with my L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer. Nothing new, I seriously use this every single day. So I'm not going to go into detail at all. but I am just rubbing this into the skin. My face does get a little bit red when I rub it in, even though I'm not pressing hard. And now I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I'm using just a beauty sponge. This is not the Beauty Blender. I don't know what brand it is. It cost me like $3 at Burlington Coat Factory, and it gets the job done. So I'm just pressing this all over my face. I forgot how much I love this foundation. I haven't used it in a little bit. Ugh, I love it. It's seriously still my favorite foundation from the drugstore, other than Revlon Color Set. Now I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I'm going to be concealing under my eyes to get rid of those dark circles. I do combine a little bit of the NYX HD concealer, but I kind of ran out halfway through the tutorial, so it doesn't really make that huge of a difference. But anyway, so I go down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and then just an ugly little flower on my forehead, and then I press it all into the skin and blend it out using a beauty sponge just to keep the hydration in my skin. Moving on to contour, I am using the Wet n Wild Contour Duo palette. I actually really like this. I'm taking the beige shade, I'm setting that under eye concealer, and then I do go in with the face powder for the rest of my face. I used the NYX HD loose powder, but I didn't show it. But I am going in here with the contour shade, which I love the contour shade from this little duo palette. It has a very gray undertone, so it brings in that natural shadow instead of being orange. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Anyway, I'm using the wrong brush. I couldn't find my contour brush, so I'm just using my highlighter brush. Whatever, it worked. And I'm just doing a very light contour today. I didn't want anything crazy because, like I said, I'm feeling the bronzing instead of contouring. But I didn't have a drugstore bronzer, so I just used my little contour thing. And for my blush, I'm using my Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. I've talked about this quite a few times, and I love it. I do go in with a big fluffy brush and I blend it out because it is a very pigmented blush. Now for highlight, I'm using the Ulta Yellow Diamond Highlighter. Like I said, I consider this drugstore because it's the same price, if not cheaper, than other drugstore highlighters like Physicians Formula. So I just use that, but if you want, you can use something like Physicians Formula. And I'm using a stippling brush because I want a very light application. And now I'm tight lining just to thicken up to make my eyelashes look a little bit thicker. And quickly going on to brows, I do comb through them, and I'm using my NYX Tame&Frame brow pomade, and I just use an angled brush. I outline my brows. I don't do the very front of my brows, I just do like the back 3/4, mainly the arch, and then I fill it in. I can fill it in just randomly since this brow color matches my brows perfectly, so I can get a really natural brow with this product. I'm then setting my brows with Rimmel Brow This Way. Now I'm going to touch up my brow highlight using that white shimmery shade I mentioned from before, and I'm just dusting this on my brows, and then I also take it onto my inner corner just to brighten that up just a little bit. For the lower lash line, I'm going in with that shimmery royal blue shade, and I'm putting this right on my lash line. A very thin line. I'm not smoking it out at all, but I am just adding the color to, you know, tie the whole look together. And you can't see it very well, but I'm taking just the mermaid color, and I'm taking an angled brush, and I'm using this as an eyeliner. And this will really make the eyeshadow just look so unique. And now for mascara, I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Length, and then I also go in with the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. Moving on to the lips, I am using this LA Colors Gloss and Lipstick Duo right there. And this is, I think, the color called Pleasure. I'll put it down below. I'm not 100% sure. But I was really going for like an orange lip, and this was I think this is a little bit too much of like a poppy color. I think that's what I want to say. I don't know. Anyway, it's a very bright orange, but now that I'm looking at it, it looks really red, and I'm not sure how I'm feeling about the lip, but, you know, we'll go with it. You can switch up the lip to what you like. And that completes this look. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video.